Hello guys and welcome back to another Evil Dead video. So this video is going to be pretty simple and I'm going to be telling you guys 5 things you should not be doing as Demon in Evil Dead the game. So it's kind of like a tips video to help you guys become better demons in case you're having trouble trying to figure out how to exactly play Demon and win your matches. So the thing I love about playing Demon in this game is there's so many different play styles that you could play and still win, and that's what I love about it. Everything's so different. But then you also have people that's actually struggling to win games as Demon because they don't really know where to start or what they're doing. And this game can be a little complicated for beginners because the tutorial is not the best. So I'm going to give you guys just what I do personally, the tips I use personally to win my matches, and hopefully it can help someone out. But if you disagree with my strategy, let me know your strategy in the comments below. There's no need to get toxic about it. Like I said, everyone has their own playstyle. So if my playstyle doesn't suit you, maybe someone else's playstyle can. So drop your friendly tips in the comments below and help each other out. So out of the top 5 things that you should not be doing as Demon, the first thing you should not do is do not set traps early game. Now, what I mean by this is most demons, right when they spawn, they just set traps around the pages and dagger. Instead of going straight to the survivors, they like to just set traps everywhere and they level up that way. Now, that's the technique I used when the game first came out, and it worked good for me for a while until I developed a different type of strategy, which was more aggressive. So when you spawn in, instead of setting traps first, what you want to do is find the survivors first. It doesn't matter if you find them like after they get 2 map pieces and you're still level 1. The reason why is because once you find them, right, let's say they're in a town, you want to set traps all over that town while they're looting. Then they activate your traps and you're going to get a shitload of XP from it. And if you can possess your deadites and not get some few knockdowns or bleed outs, you're going to make up so much more points than you would just setting traps around the map, not doing any type of pressure. This game requires a lot of pressure, especially for good teams, because it can really change the pace of the game. And also when it comes to setting traps by the dagger and the pages, you do not want to do that prematurely, which means you do not want to set it until they're actually capturing it. So normally demons would do is they would trap up the dagger and pages before the survivors get there. And the reason that's a bad idea is because if you have it trapped up ahead of time, once the survivors come to try to capture it, they're going to activate all your traps and then they're going to kill all your deadites that's from the traps. And then they're going to start the pages and now you just lost all your traps. So what I do is wait for them to start capturing. Then you set the traps in there while they're in the circle. So while they're running around trying to fight you and try to, steer clear of you, they're going to run into your traps now and they're going to activate it and it's going to be more effective and do more damage to them. And I noticed there's a big difference in that and it seemed to work out really well. The second thing you do not want to do is do not waste your time on good survivors. So what I mean by that is, let's say early game, you go and you find the survivors early. Let's say you find a hunter by herself. Let's say it's Kelly or Hunter Ash or someone in the hunter category that's good at dodging and can really run you around. And depending on what demon you are, it makes it easier for them. So for example, if you're going against a hunter that's clearly dodging most of your hits and you're barely getting any hits off on him, he's going to basically run you around as long as he can while his teammates are looting up and getting the map pieces. And when you notice someone is actually that good with dodging, normally you try to test out their playstyle. If you see they're good with dodging, you can barely land a hit on them, then you know they're going to be a problem and you want to save them for last. You want to go try to find his other teammates instead and try to get the weaker ones out the way and then get the stronger ones later. Because if you focus that good survivor most of the game, let's say you waste 5 to 10 minutes just trying to down him and you get his health all the way down to 1 hit and then he takes a cola and then he runs you around again, you're going to waste so much time there while his teammates are benefiting from that. So normally what I like to do personally is if I'm going against a good hunter or someone that's good at dodging and I can barely get any hits on them, I just go leave him and go right for his teammates and I normally down them and then it helps me get my points back up. The third thing you do not want to do is do not put points into Demon Vision, Infernal Energy, or Traps until you max out your other skills first. Now I know when the game first came out, I would normally like to put my points into Infernal Energy right away because obviously you want to get that energy build up, but I never have problems getting energy while maintaining aggressive pressure. And so what I do is I put points into Possession and Basic Portals. Those are the 2 main ones I want to max out first. And then the other 2 you want to max out is the Portal Elite and the Boss. So the 4 stats you want to max out first before anything else is the Possession, Basic Portals, Elite Portals, and your Boss. After you get those maxed out in game, then whatever points you get after that you could put into your Traps, your Demon Vision, and your Infernal Energy. And keep in mind that you can make infernal energy builds as well. There's a lot of good builds in there that help you have more infernal energy, and you don't really need to rely on it in game, the stats in game, because you could have it focused in your build alone, so that could help. But even me without that, I don't use any energy type of build, and I don't upgrade my energy stats until I have to, and I still win the majority of my games. Now the next thing you don't want to do is if the survivor captures either the pages or the dagger, then you do not want to wait for them to come to the next objective. What you want to do is bring the fight back to them. So let's say, for example, they're on the dagger, they're doing pretty good defending it, and they're about to capture the dagger, and you know for a fact that you're not going to be able to stop them. So right before they capture it and you get kicked out 100 yards away or wherever far, you want to put a waypoint on the map, so when you get kicked out, in case you forgot what the location was of the dagger, you can head right back to that waypoint, because they're going to try to reset now and like loot up the surrounding towns to get more whatever the resources they wasted. And you want to head straight back there and attack them again, back to back. Leave no room for resting, no room for resetting. You want to apply that pressure. Now I'm saying this because I know some demons where if they capture the dagger, they would just head straight to the pages, trap up the pages, and wait for the survivors to come to the pages next. But they don't realize you're wasting so much time doing that while waiting for them to come to you, because now you're giving them chances to loot up, get their resources back up, and it's really going to affect you, especially if it's a good team. So that's why I say right before they capture either the pages or the dagger and you get kicked out, you basically put a waypoint before that happens, and that way you head right back there to them, bring the fight to them. As demon, you want to control the game. Don't let the survivors control you. You want to have them being pressured by you, not having you wait for them to come to you, if you get what I mean. And then the fifth thing you don't want to do is if the survivors end up making it to the Dark Ones, then do not summon your boss until the Dark Ones are actually defeated and the book pops up where you have to destroy the book. Now the way you can tell if you should go for the book or the survivors within that 2 minutes, you normally could tell by how good the team is. So if you're going against a good team, you can barely get their health down, the support is healing them up, they're dropping their support colas, you see excellent teamwork from them, you know you have to go towards the book. If you're going against an average to bad team, and you could see like most of their health are either halfway or a quarter way, and none of them are healing up, which means they're low on heals, and you could possibly down all the survivors and win. It all really depends on the situation and who you're going against, but I like to judge it on the skill level of the team. So if they're basically whooping my ass the whole game, then I know I have to go for that book. And the best bosses for the book is Warlord and Necromancer. So Henrietta is really good for the book because you can do the fart gas while you're hitting the book, and then the warriors have a hard time hitting you repeatedly, doing a shitload of damage. The elites do a lot of damage as well. Necromancer, you put the flutist down, and with Evil Ash, you can do a shitload of damage to the book also. I would say the weakest demon for the book is Puppeteer. I had a game where I had full 2 minutes, and I had the Puppeteer boss 2 minutes with no distractions or nothing. Like the last survivor was way off somewhere else and I was taking no hits, and I'm literally just hitting the book with the boss Puppeteer, and it did like barely no damage. I got it halfway down in 2 minutes with the boss, to say the last. So Puppeteer is definitely the weakest boss for the book. So if you're playing Puppeteer and they get to that part, the Dark Ones are down, you might have to just go for the survivors and hope that you can actually down them all. But like I said, you got to judge that accordingly. So if it's a good team and you can barely keep their health down and they always have full health at the end game, then you most likely have to go for that book. If you see that they're really out of heals and their healths are all low or medium or like halfway, then you should go for them. But yeah, you got to judge that game by game. But hopefully these 5 tips can help you guys become better demons. And as always, if you have your own strategies, put them in the comments below and let's help out our fellow demon mains become better demons. Make sure to subscribe for more Evil Dead content, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos and live streams, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.